up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. James. And incomplete to open things up.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's got room. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now that deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackmon. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And he can't do it all on one throw.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
First down, Indianapolis.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On 2nd down, it's Taylor, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Now it's Parker. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
24 is the mic. Watch the play, watch the play, watch the play. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. He's got him in, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. This one caught by Isabella. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line.
14 yards. That's another Mexico City first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
119 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Back to throw. James. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man open. That's Harry. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Colts' 46-yard line.
Now Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he'll be taken down, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. Buying time to his left. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bobby Okereke came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Off play action, Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now we'll throw here to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
First and 10, Taylor now. Breaks through the contact, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 140 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. James on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now James, off play action. That's caught by his tight end, Kylen Granson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 5. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
The score, Colts 21, Diablos 3.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
First down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, we got to get there. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Check 99. Check 99. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to get it back here just past the 35. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. eluding the pressure right. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Motion. 53's the mic. 53, check this. 24. Double dog. That's the way.
To throw is Watson. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the Colts 35.
2nd and 7.
53, Mike 53. We want this.
Here's Watson. Flush to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Devin Duvernay in the final seconds of the first half. And the Diablos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Taylor's got the first down and more. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Wide open receiver complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
On 1st and 10, Watson. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's a gain of 11. That's another.
Watson off play action. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now a first down throw, Watson. His throw incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line. Watson looks to throw again. This is caught, and they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now it's Watson. Step, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Deshaun Watson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Diablos have cut it back within a score.
They're one up for a 2-point conversion.
They're going to keep it on the ground. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
The score, Colts 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Second down at 5. Looking to throw. James. And that's caught by the tight end, Granson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run once more with Taylor. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, Taylor. And he's got some space here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Man, 216 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Diablos 16.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. And a huge play that time. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Watson now to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
A 5-yard loss leads to 2nd and goal at the 16-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
58, right over there. 58, boys, 58, 58. Come on. Watch the screen.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Mexico City. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2nd and 11 now.
At the 23-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This to Hines on the drop-off. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Escaping the press, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. A throw down the field, caught by his running back, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
That's good for Mexico City. First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On first down, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line. To the air yet again, Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Grover Stewart able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Watson under pressure, and they got to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Third and long. It's Watson. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On fourth down, Watson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
And he's brought down. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Taylor's got the first down and more. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Taylor. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And there will be a break in the action here. They're going to take a timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he gets it down to the 32. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Indianapolis, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And now it's off to the airport for a date with Customs and a long flight north to the U.S. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.